Gem The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 15, Episode 17 Review. Drama on the dance floor, when the party's cute but the friendships are dead. Let's get into it, because Episode 17 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills did not come to play, it came to divide, destroy, and deliver one of the messiest group dynamics we've seen all season. This wasn't just another episode. This was the kind of episode where you start realizing, right finger, these women are not coming back from this. Between icy silences, shady non-invitations, fake apologies, and one very awkward book launch, Episode 17 felt like a pre-reunion explosion waiting to happen. Party Popper, the disco party that turned into a battlefield. The episode centers around a glamorous disco-themed party, because of course it does. Sequins, hair, lighting, vibes, everything looked expensive. But emotionally, cheap, broken, damaged. From the moment the ladies walked in, you could feel the tension sitting in the room like an uninvited guest that refuses to leave. The divide is clear. This is no longer a group with disagreements. This is Team Kyle and Erica vs. Team Dorit. Population, Dorit, and maybe confusion. And what makes it worse? Nobody is pretending anymore. There are no fake hugs. No, let's talk later. No, we're working through things. It's straight up. Right finger, I don't like you right now, and I'm not hiding it. Snowflake Dorit versus everybody, the season's main event. Let's just say it plainly. Right finger Dorit is the center of the storm. And not in a main character energy way. In a girl, what are you doing way. Throughout the episode, Dorit continues her pattern. Avoid accountability, act confused about why people are upset, deliver half apologies that fix nothing. And the other women, they are done entertaining it. Bomb Dorit versus Kyle and Erica, friendship on life support. The breakdown between Dorit, Kyle, and Erica is one of the saddest and messiest storylines this season. These were real friendships, history, loyalty, years of being on the same side. Now, right finger, it's cold, distant, almost businesslike. Kyle has completely shifted her energy toward Dorit. She's no longer trying to fix things, she's observing, judging, and distancing herself. Erica, even worse. She's reached that place where she's not even angry anymore, she's detached. And when Erica gets quiet like that, it's over. Speech balloon. The real issue, accountability. Let's talk about the real problem here. It's not just what Dorit did or didn't do. It's how she handles conflict. Every time she's confronted, she deflects, she minimizes, she reframes the issue, she turns it into, you misunderstood me. And the group is like, right finger, no, we understood you perfectly. That's the problem. This episode makes it clear, you can't fix relationships if you refuse to take real accountability. Collision Dorit versus Sutton, the moment that changed everything. Now this was the scene. Sutton walks into the conversation trying to calm things down. She's not aggressive, she's not messy, she's actually trying to help. Big mistake, because Dorit responds with dismissiveness, sharp tone, passive-aggressive energy, and a very fake apology. You know the kind. Right finger, I'm sorry you felt that way. And then, the vibe shifts. Sutton, who is usually emotional but composed, is caught off guard. Because this wasn't just disagreement. This was right finger disrespect. Grimace. Why this scene hit so hard. This wasn't just a petty argument. It revealed something deeper. Dorit is no longer trying to maintain relationships, she's trying to control the narrative. And Sutton, she wasn't having it. For viewers, this moment felt like, right finger, oh, we're not fixing anything this season. Face mask. The energy shift. Nobody trusts anybody. One of the biggest takeaways from episode 17 is the complete breakdown of trust. You can see it in the body language, the side eyes, the conversations happening in small groups. Nobody is speaking freely anymore. Everyone is calculating what to say, who to say it to, how it will be repeated later. And that is when a group dynamic officially collapses. Ring. A rare bright spot. Boz's emotional moment. In the middle of all this chaos, we get one moment that feels genuine. Right finger. Boz's romantic milestone. Whether it's a proposal, a deep relationship moment, or just something heartfelt, this scene gives us a break from the toxicity. And honestly, it was needed, because without it, this episode would have been emotionally exhausting from start to finish. Thought balloon. Why this moment matters. It reminded us of something important. Right finger. Not everything on this show has to be conflict. But also, right finger, moments like this feel rare now. And that says a lot about where this cast is emotionally. Books Dorit's book launch, and the silent shade. Now this was the ultimate reality TV moment. Dorit plans a book launch event. A moment that should have been celebratory, glamorous, supported by her castmates. Instead, right finger it became a quiet public rejection. Dor who didn't show up. Let's just say, key people were missing. And not because they were busy. Because they chose not to come. And that kind of absence. Right finger speaks louder than any argument. Flushed why this was so embarrassing. Because Dorit walked into that event expecting support, friendship, validation, and got silence, absence, reality. This was the moment where the consequences of her actions became visible. Not in conversations, right finger, but in attendance. Fire, the real theme of episode 17. This episode wasn't about one fight. It was about right finger, the collapse of a group dynamic. You can't come back from lack of trust, repeated conflict, no accountability, emotional distance. And episode 17 made that crystal clear. Clapperboard why this episode feels like a pre-reunion explosion. This didn't feel like a regular episode. It felt like right finger, the setup for a brutal reunion. Because now we have unresolved tension, broken friendships, hurt feelings on all sides. And nobody is backing down. Eyes what this means for the reunion. Expect receipts, flashbacks, call-outs, emotional breakdowns. Because there is too much left unsaid. Nail care, let's be real. Who's right and who's wrong? This is where it gets complicated. Dorit has valid feelings, but handles conflict poorly, avoids accountability, comes off dismissive. Kyle and Erica feel hurt and betrayed, but are now icing Dorit out. Not interested in resolution. Sudden tried to mediate, got caught in the crossfire. Ended up disrespected. Thought balloon the truth. Right finger, everybody played a role in this mess. But right finger, Dorit's refusal to fully own her part made everything worse. Brain deeper analysis. Why this season feels different. There's something about season 15 that feels heavier. Less fun, less light, less rich women arguing over nothing. And more right finger, real emotional disconnect. Downward trend, the shift in energy. Earlier seasons had petty drama, humor, resolution eventually. This season, lingering tension, unresolved conflict, emotional exhaustion, puzzle piece, what's missing, right finger, genuine friendship. And without that, the show becomes less about relationships and more about survival. Speech balloon, final thoughts, and a little shade smirk. Episode 17 was a turning point. Not because of one big fight, but because it confirmed right finger, this group is fractured. Dorit wanted control of the narrative, but ended up losing control of the room. Kyle and Erica checked out emotionally. Sutton tried to help and got burned. And the rest of the cast, they're watching and choosing sides quietly. Question for the audience, perfect for your blog. Let's talk real. Right finger, do you think Dorit is being unfairly targeted? Or did she create this situation herself? And more importantly, right finger, can this group ever come back from this? Checkered flag, closing line, your signature style. Because one thing about Beverly Hills, the diamonds may shine, but the friendships, right finger baby, they're cracking under pressure.